Greetings to all of you. Who wrote Ramayana? I believe many of you will say that Ramayana was written by Goswami Tulsidas. My dear friends, uh, Ramayana that is written by Goswami Tulsidas ji is titled as Sri Ramcharitmanas, and Ramayana is written by Maharshi Balmiki. Yes. So today's story belongs to Maharshi Balmiki ji and his Ramayana. It is the episode of the time when Balmiki ji had just completed his Ramayana and he was very happy. And because naturally, when some work is completed after a lot of hard work, so it gives you a sense of joy. So he was happy that his epic is complete, and now he was looking for a third person opinion from a really deserving person. So he was thinking that which person is most suitable for giving the opinion about his epic. In the meantime, what happened that by chance Naradji came to his house and he met Balmiki ji. After some greetings, Balmiki ji asked him that please see my Ramayana, I have written it, I have composed it. So just give your opinion, just go through it and see and tell me that how it is. Naradji read the Ramayana thoroughly and then appreciated him very well. Oh, Balmiki ji, wow, marvelous. You have done a wonderful job. It's a marvelous thing, a marvelous piece of literature. Balmiki ji was really elated because he was getting appreciation from such a great saint, divine saint. So he was happy that yes, his Ramayana was appreciable. It is a commendable job. So Naradji said, yes, it is really commendable job. And but after saying but, he started to go away from his house and said that but Hanumanji has written a better Ramayana. And saying this, he went away from there. Balmiki ji, though he was happy that he had written a very good piece of literature, but when he came to know this thing, that Hanumanji also has written another Ramayana and that is better in the opinion of a person like Naradji. So this point kept on striking in his mind for many days. After all, he thought one day that I should go and meet Hanumanji. So this was the time when Lord Hanuman had accomplished all the worldly affairs for which he had come on earth. Like Battle of Lanka was over, crowning of Lord Rama also had taken place. So after all this work, he had taken leave of the world, mark my words, he had taken leave of the world and had gone towards Mount Kailash, and there he was spending his time in doing meditation and worshipping Lord Shiva. So Balmiki knew all this, so he went towards Mount Kailash in search of Lord Hanuman, and there at one place he met him. So after meeting Lord Hanuman, they exchanged some words of greetings to each other, and then Lord Hanuman asked that, yes, Maharshi Balmiki, please tell me what brought you here. Then Maharshi Balmiki told him that I have composed an epic and it is Ramayana, and I showed it to Naradji, and he told me that yes, my Ramayana is good, but you have composed a better Ramayana. So I have come here to see your Ramayana. Dear friends, Hanumanji also had written a Ramayana, that is Hanumat Ramayana, and he had written that Ramayana on a very huge piece of huge rock of Mount Kailash, and there it was. So Hanumanji said, yes, it is there, you can go and read it. Balmiki ji moved ahead, read the entire Ramayana on that rock, and when he was reading it, he started crying. Tears came into his eyes. Hanumanji was bewildered. He said, Balmiki ji, what happened? Is there any problem in my Ramayana? Balmiki ji said, no, there is no problem in your Ramayana. Rather, it is written in such a beautiful style. The verse, selection of words and the way it is written, it is so marvelous that now I am thinking that nobody will read my Ramayana. My hard work has gone into vain. My work has finished now. Hanumanji said, don't worry. If you think that because of my Ramayana, nobody will read your Ramayana, then I have the solution within a minute. Hanumanji assumed his bigger form and made Rishi Valmiki ji sit on his one shoulder, and in his another hand he picked up that rock and threw that and immediately he moved towards the ocean. He came on the seashore, and in front of Rishi Valmiki ji he submerged that rock in the ocean. And then he told Valmiki ji that be free, my Ramayana is gone. So now in the world, only your Ramayana will be worshipped, only that will be recognized. So the episode ends here. But the thing is that by telling this episode, mostly which I have been told, which people tell normally, they say that we should be so philanthropic, we should be so liberal by heart that for the sake of others, we should sacrifice the work of our hard work, the work of our diligence. Dear friends, the message is okay. I do agree that for the sake of others' welfare, we should not hesitate in destroying our outcome of the hard work. But there is a condition. For the sake of others' welfare, we should not hesitate in sacrificing our hard work if we are at the place of Hanumanji. Yes, place matters in this episode. There are two characters, Maharshi Valmiki ji and Lord Hanuman. Maharshi Valmiki ji is a social human being. He is a social creature. Whereas Lord Hanuman is not a social creature now. He has accomplished all his worldly affairs, and now he has taken leave of the world, and he is living an isolated life on Mount Kailas. He doesn't have anything to do with the world and the worldly affairs. He doesn't have anything to establish his reputation in the world. He doesn't care about it. So, and whereas Maharshi Valmiki ji, he is a worldly person. He bothers about his reputation in the world, and he means worldly matters, worldly affairs. These things matter for him. So, if you find yourself at the place of Maharshi Valmiki ji, then you should not be so much philanthropic. But if you find yourself at the place of Lord Hanuman, where you don't have anything to do with the worldly affairs, you have accomplished all your tasks in the world, all the work that you should do in your youth age, all the work that you should do in your family life, all the work that you should do for your children, everything you have done, and you are living a life of Vanprasth ashram, then this sort of step for you can be justified. But in case you are living a life of before Vanprasth ashram, if you are a worldly person, if you are a social person, if your reputation in the society is to be established, it means in that case you are at the place of Maharshi Valmiki ji. In that case, you should not be so much philanthropic. Always apply your mind, and wherever anybody tells the moral of the story. So normally these things are the ones which are written with the story, or they are told by the saints and these sort of persons. But after listening any story, you should apply your own mind that what does this teach us. So this story, this is my personal point of view. You may agree or disagree with it. This is my personal point of view, that there is a great condition in this story, in this episode. If you are at the place of Maharshi Valmiki, then don't sacrifice your work. On the contrary, try your hard, take all those steps through which your work can be recognized by the people of society. Because the recognition by the society only will give you identity as whatever you want to establish yourself. Whereas if you are finding yourself at the place of Lord Hanuman, then be philanthropic, be considerate, be liberal to all, then there is no problem in that. So this is the point which I wanted to share with you. Be with me and enjoy the stories like this, and keep learning these things, and try to keep adopting these things in your life. Thank you very much.